Hi, Rahul. Welcome to the podcast. It's a pleasure having you again. This is the first time we are having a repeated podcast with a guest.
Thank you very much, sir. It is my honor that you've called me again. And it's always fun to be talking with you every now and then.
Sure, it's likewise. लोग बहुत पसंद करते हैं आपके podcast को क्योंकि आप जब भी आते हो, you bring data. So people want to know what is happening in the city of Pune. So आज का podcast भी ऐसे ही interesting होने वाला है. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of takeaway for people. और जो लोग हमारे साथ अभी जुड़े हुए हैं, they are seeing this for the first time. मैं उन्हें बता दूं कि राहुल जी is the second generation developer. He belongs to the Ajmera family. और उन्होंने अपने आप में एक निश बनाई है, अपनी जगह बनाई है रियल एस्टेट इंडस्ट्री में, और काफ़ी अच्छे ढंग से डेटा को ये कोलेक्ट करके और इसका यूज़ करके क्रीडाई के लिए बहुत काम करते हैं. एंड इज़ अ वेरी पॉपुलर फिगर इन द रियल एस्टेट सर्कल इन पुणे. सो राहुल जी, वेलकम एंड let us begin the podcast today. So people who have joined new, उनके लिए आप अपने बारे में थोड़ा बता दीजिए, please.
Thank you very much for the nice introduction. So just a small correction. I'm actually a third generation real estate developer.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Okay.
My family's been in the industry for the last 40 years. And I've been telling a lot of people, many people might have heard it in the other podcasts as well, that we do one project at a time.
Yeah.
That's a style of working. And I like to do data analytics in my spare time, because it's important that when you're doing a project, it's important you know what product is doing well in that particular location, what's the right size, what's the right price. And of course, during that study, we also get to know more about Pune city in general, which parts of the city are doing well, what are not doing well. And that is what. So right now, I've been able to get some data. And I think during this podcast, I would like to share it with all the viewers, and so that you know how Pune city is doing in general, and what's doing good, what's not, what is the real market reality. Because through statistics, let's focus on the truth, reality, rather than focusing on some false narrative on basis of beliefs. कि जो हमको लगता है कि क्या सच है, is the market doing good, bad, on basis of what we believe.
Yeah, sure. So let us begin. Rahul, let us know. So right from 2020 till 2024, 2025 तो अभी शुरू हुआ है. Pune is doing pretty well or exceedingly well for all these years. So can you just take us through some statistics of Pune?
I'll just open one page.
Yeah.
It will be displayed on your screen as well.
Okay.
We recently did one report with CRE Matrix, where we tried to compare the number of housing units sold across various cities. So it is very surprising, and by now a lot of people are aware also that Pune is the highest selling metro city in India. So Pune district, Pune city alone outsells all other metro cities like Hyderabad, Bangalore, Delhi, NCR, Mumbai. So Mumbai city, I'm saying, I'm not combining Mumbai, Thane, Navi Mumbai, Palghar together, because they are actually four separate districts. MMR is a very big region. But Pune metropolitan region or Pune alone outsells everyone, which is a very, very surprising, because it's not a state capital. It doesn't have a fully functional airport. It doesn't have great infrastructure like a ring road. But despite all these factors, it's still the number one selling city in India. And if you can see on the screen, the number one reason for that is because it is actually the most affordable city relative to the other cities. Let's compare it. Let's say a Bangalore or a Hyderabad, where property prices are 1.3, 1.7 CR. This is the average value of a home sold in a city. Things are unaffordable there. I mean, if you see relative to Pune, where an average house is for 73 lakhs.
73, yeah.
Which is
this time, on the higher side, Delhi has beaten Mumbai also. Delhi has gone to 3.08.
For the first time, some city has beaten Mumbai. I don't think this is something to be proud of, because this makes things unaffordable for that city. And eventually, we've seen that the cycle turns for the worse over there. Like what we've seen Mumbai rates have been stagnating for 5-10 years because it became too extremely expensive. I suspect that might happen to Delhi NCR also eventually. But the good news is that Pune is nowhere in that category. And because of this, there is a lot of industrial development. Pune has the largest warehousing intake in the entire country, which is very surprising. Pune has a massive commercial leasing activity happening. People would have heard recently that Trump World Towers, first commercial Trump Tower building would be set up in India, in Pune.
Pune, yeah.
Well, the future is pretty bright for Pune. And as and when more warehouses, more commercial buildings come, there will be more employment, more people will shift to Pune, and obviously more houses will be sold.
Absolutely. So Pune, there are a lot of reasons that Pune is doing pretty well, and Pune has been selling well. There are many new launches coming up, new inventory being brought up, and new inventory being consumed also in Pune market. So, Rahul, can you tell us about the launches that we've had in Pune on the launch side from 2020 to 2024? The new launches have reduced for last time, for the last 1 year at least. And what is going to be the impact of this on the real estate pricing?
So I'll open this sheet of new launches of homes in Pune district.
Yeah.
So post-COVID, there has been a revival in the real estate sector, and developers have been continuously increasing new launches. So from 2020 to 2023, the new launches have gone up by 30%. In the 3 BHK and 4 BHK segment, the new launches have gone up by 300%.
Yeah.
But in 2024, we saw that the supply has actually fallen down. For 1 BHK, the supply has fallen down by 50%. For 2 BHK, supply has fallen by 25%. 3 BHK and 4 BHK also, there's a marginal 10-15% fall in supply. Logically, what people will say is supply इसलिए कम हो रहा है क्योंकि developers का माल नहीं बिक रहा है. There is a oversupply in the market, people are saying. However, if you see the sales numbers, sales have been increasing for last 4 years. Why the sudden fall in 2024? That is to do with a lot of reasons. Like in this year, there were 2 elections in Maharashtra at the center level. Project sanctionings have been very much delayed. Also in PCMC and around areas like Baner, Balewadi, Maluke, which are very prominent areas, ECs have not been being issued on time because of some issue. I'll not get into that specifics of that.
Yeah.
But because of this, the new supply, especially in the Hinjawadi area, Wakad area, has been affected very badly. And that is being seen in the Pune numbers as well, because there are so many houses being built back to that part of Pune. So all new supply is because of all these factors, nothing to do. And these are inorganic factors. This is not happening because there is too much supply and developers are forced to reduce supply. Developers are, unfortunately, they are not able to bring in more inventory into the market.
Yeah.
And obviously, इससे क्या हो जाएगा? There will be some pockets in Pune where there is less unsold inventory, where there is no inventory available for sale.
Yeah.
Especially in PCMC areas. So in those areas, there is definitely going to be a rise in price, at least in the year 2025. If there
demand and supply is going to play there.
Real estate is honestly only about demand and supply.
Absolutely.
Since there is no supply, especially in PCMC areas, whenever new launches come, there will be sold out very fast. And if this thing does not get sorted, prices will definitely rise a lot in 2025 in those areas specifically.
Yes. Yeah. So this is a very, very important aspect which the government also should look into, because otherwise unnecessarily the prices are going to rise for no reason, and the end users will have to pay more on this. Rahul, let us discuss about Pune Northwest areas like Hinjawadi IT Park, which is the hub, and everything revolves around the IT Park of Pune. So the new launches and sales, there is a worrying trend there,
Right.
resulting in excessive competition amongst channel partners also, and lesser options to home buyers. So this is something which is going to maybe benefit the developers if they have some inventory left. Otherwise, it's going to, for no reason, tax the buyers.
Yeah. So we'll just open that chart over there. Let's look at the new launches of homes in Pune Northwest. The Pune Northwest is basically places around Hinjawadi IT Park, Wakad, Baner, Balewadi, Maluke, Tathawade, Pune, that belt. I told you that the new launches that have reduced. There is an issue because of which EC is not being issued over there. we'll not get into that. But you can see that is a direct effect on the new launches out here. Number of 1 BHKs has reduced drastically in the last 5 years. 2 and 3 BHK has also come down by 20-30%. And this is not really a very good sign, because this is one of the largest micro markets in Pune. In fact, Pune Northwest sells more inventory than large cities like Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai.
Yeah.
Just one micro market outselling cities. You can imagine how big a catchment area this is. Sadly now, because of this drop in new inventory, home buyers will have difficulty getting good options over there. Developers will benefit slightly because they can get a higher price for their existing inventory, but they are also suffering because a lot of their new launches are stuck up. They have purchased land, they have paid deposits, they have paid challans, and they're unable to launch because their EC is not coming on time. So it's bittersweet to developers. For channel partners, unfortunately, it's just bad news, because in absence of new launches, they are competing more intensively amongst themselves. So I think channel partners, especially in Pune Northwest, should explore other geographies temporarily until developers are able to bring in more new launches out here.
Very aptly said. I think this is going to be order of the day till such time. But I guess the problem is getting solved. They said that there was a hearing and things were getting a little better. So let us hope that it gets resolved and kind of sees light of the day. Rahul, can you comment on the price trends for this Northwest areas?
You're right. So we'll quickly look at the sales numbers, and from sales numbers, then we will discuss on the pricing. So I told you we had done this report with CRE Matrix, and this chart of sales of new homes in Pune Northwest. So we've broken up. So if you look at absolute number of sales, so the absolute number of sales have actually fallen. That is a bit obvious if you think about it. If in 2024, the number of new launches has reduced, so even sales are going to go down because there's not enough new launches for sale over there. But then let's just break up. Then let's not look at number of sales directly. Let's break it up into two segments. One is houses priced below 70 lakhs, and one is houses priced above 70 lakhs. And in your screen, you will be able to see that the number of homes priced below 70 lakhs is basically on a downtrend. And number of homes sold priced above 70 lakhs, that is continuously increasing.
Yes.
Earlier, more prices, affordable homes below 70 lakhs were sold as compared to premium homes priced above 70 lakhs. But that trend has totally reversed in 2020. And usually when the trend changes, it does not go back. So very clearly in Pune Northwest, you will be able to see that more premium homes are being sold and much less affordable homes are being sold. However, if you observe that the trend of new homes sold at price above 70 lakhs, it's not increasing very rapidly. And I already explained that it's not increasing very rapidly because there are not enough new launches. Hopefully, when there will be new launches, it will increase more steeply. And pricing, like you said, So what we did was we looked at 4 or 5 projects around Baner and Balewadi, right, to understand how those projects were launched and what pricing was over there. So I'll open this sheet in front of you. So I'm not going to name the projects. We look at a case study on each of those 4 projects. So the first project was basically launched in 2022. Very good location in Balewadi. It sold very well when the prices were below 12,000 rupees per square foot on carpet area. But as in when the project progressed, the sales velocity dropped drastically because they increased the prices to 13,000, 14,000. So now the project is in an advanced nearing possession stage, but the sales velocity is very less. They are not able to sell very fast because the prices have gone up very high. The second project that we can look is basically a project launched in 2023. And it's struggling with less than average sales velocity because they have also priced themselves upwards of 13,000 rupees. They have large size flats. And in the first year of launch, they have sold 25% inventory only. So that is not great, but not bad as well. But you can see what happens is that once you cross a certain price point and when you have large flats, your ticket size becomes too big. Then you don't get that sales velocity. We can look at a project number 3, which was in Baner on Pancart Club Road, launched in 2022. It sold very well when prices were around 12,000 rupees, which is good for that particular area. And once they increased it beyond 13,000, they started selling slower. They have medium-sized flats, and looking at the current sales velocity, they will be sold out in 2025.
Yeah.
And looking at, let's say, the fourth project, project launched in 2023 in Balewadi, it sold very well at a price range between 12 and 13,000 square feet. It has medium-sized flats, and it will be fully sold out in 2025. So when we look at this, all these numbers, what we understand is that some projects in Balewadi are selling well, some are not selling well. All of them used to sell very well when the prices were below 12,000, but once you're exceeding 13,000 rupees a square foot, the sales velocity is slowing down. And if you have smaller size flats or medium size flats, you are able to sell out in time. But the moment your flat sizes becomes big or your sales price becomes big, you're having a harder time to sell. So this is to do with the price trends and sales in Balewadi.
Yeah. So, Rahul, one more thing comes out of this. We're seeing that the larger apartments or the luxury living, it is selling more. It is more in demand.
Right.
What could attribute to this? Why would this happen, you feel?
So especially in these areas of Balewadi, these areas developed over the last 10-15 years. When Hinjawadi IT Park came up, let's say 15 years back, a lot of people shifted to Pune in these areas, Wakad, Baner, Balewadi. And many of them purchased 2 BHKs at that point in time, 10-15 years back. Today, their income levels have gone up like anything. They have larger families. All of them are looking to upgrade to larger 3 BHK, 4 BHK apartments. And the real demand for these larger flats is coming from people who've been living in these areas in the last 10-15 years. So this is a demographic shift. And that is the reason why so many developers in these areas are launching luxury big projects, and those projects are selling well.
Yeah. So, and this is the trend in other cities also. But Pune, being a primary place, we feel that there are lots happening on luxury segment. Rahul, quickly, let us also look at Northeast. So, let us discuss the new launches and sales. Showcase how the increased premium inventory could lead to sales price stagnancy. Now, this is a problem, and this problem comes up, it's in a business cycle kind of a thing. Every time the prices go above the roof, the sales are a little stagnant. So,
Correct.
Are we saying that that time has arrived?
So when we look at Pune numbers, as a whole, as a city, you cannot come to conclusions, because what happens is that there might be some part of Pune which is doing well, some which is not doing well. And when you combine everything, it averages out. So let's look at like Pune Northwest. In Pune Northwest, I explained the problem is low supply, because of which there's a chances that prices might rise in some pockets. Pune Northeast has the exact opposite problem. So if we look at the new launches in Pune Northeast, what is Pune Northeast? Places around Kharadi, Yerwada, Vimannagar,
Mundhwa,
parts of Nagarpatta, Wakoli. So that meant there, if you look at new launches, you can see here also number of 1 BHKs is reducing. That is like a novel trend throughout Pune. But if you observe, the number of 2 BHK is more or less same. So that supply is constant. But if you look at the number of 3 BHKs, that has gone up by 200-300% in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Maybe what we are seeing there is that there is an oversupply of larger homes over there, 3 BHKs, 4 BHKs.
Yeah.
And there are places like Mundhwa. So Mundhwa is like Koregaon Park Annex. For last 10, 15, I mean, since childhood, people have always aspired to live in a place like Kalyani Nagar, Koregaon Park. Unfortunately, Mundhwa was not open for development all these years, ever since that reservation was lifted. A lot of development has been there in the last 5 years. But abhi kya ho gaya hai, Mundhwa has become very expensive. So you can't do 2 BHKs there. People are doing only 3 and 4 BHK there. And there are so many projects of 3 and 4 BHK, especially in the Mundhwa, Nagarpatta and that Kharadi belt, that it's a sort of an oversupply over there. Today you will get 3 BHK in that area for 1.5 CR, 2 CR, 2.5, 3. You will get the 3.5 CR also, you will get 3 BHK inventory over there. So customers of all budget ranges have a lot of options over there. And that is where maybe if we can look at the sales chart. I'll just open the sales chart over here for Pune Northeast. If you look at the sales chart, you can see that the number of new homes sold, price above 70 lakhs, has risen up very sharply. It has risen up by almost 50% in the last 1 year only. So this is very much in contrast to Pune Northwest, where the growth is tapering because of lack of new launches. Out here, there are so many premium new launches that this premium home sale has gone up like anything.
Yeah.
Here also, you see in the year 2024, for the first time, new homes sold below 70 lakhs, that number is less than new homes sold above 70 lakhs. These areas have become premium. Now, affording new homes here will be very, very difficult.
So eventually, this is going to affect the sales.
Yes, it's going to affect the sales. And similarly, like what we did for Balewadi, I'll open a chart out here discussing price trends at Mundhwa.
Yes.
So again, Mundhwa is a very small micro market. And unfortunately, a lot of projects have come there at the same time. It's a great place. There's good connectivity. It has a lot of green spaces. And let's look at a case study of 4 projects over there. I put it up on the screen. So there's this one particular project launched in 2024. It's struggling with below average sales, and the prices there are between 11 and 12,000. It has medium-sized flats, and it's managed to sell 30% inventory the first year of launch. So usually developers aspire to sell above 50, 60, 70% inventory in the first year of launch, but anything below that, discomforts there. So out here, you see the prices are not very high, but they still struggled with the sales velocity. If you look at project number 2, a project launched in 2023, it is priced at 11,000 rupees per square foot. And this is purely on carpet area. This is not on saleable or built up area.
Yes.
And this is exclusive of taxes, this pricing. So this project has large size flats, very large, for 1,500, 2,000 square feet. So they've also been able to sell only 30% inventory in the first year of launch, which is less. Going to project number 3, project launched in 2024 with a really massive branding campaign. They are struggling with poor sales velocity, but they have very, very high pricing at 14,000 rupees a square foot, which is very good. Large size flats there. And they've only been able to sell 20% inventory in the first year of launch. So ideally, when a developer is doing such a large, massive branding campaign, they expect that at least 50, 60% should get sold. Selling 20% doesn't cut it. I mean, definitely they will not be very happy with this result.
Yeah.
Similarly, there's another project in 2024 launched, a huge branding campaign. They have normally high prices at 20,000 rupees a square foot, large size flats. And not surprisingly, they've only been able to sell 10% inventory in the first year of launch. So clearly, it is showing that 10% inventory after such a large branding campaign is not at all.
That's clear.
This does not mean that all projects in Mundhwa are doing bad. This is just to tell you that when you're having very large size flats, and if you increase your prices beyond a certain point, we are seeing a certain resistance in customers to buy those apartments. It's obvious that it might go out of budget. So developers have to be very smart and size and price their products well. And also we've been seeing that the sales in the last quarter have slowed down a bit. There's a sort of pessimism in the stock market as well.
Yes.
It's having a spillover effect in real estate as well.
It is. Yeah. So this, the downtrend stagnancy we are witnessing from November. But the issue the major issue to this is the price factor. I believe as the prices go up, the resistance level comes in, and there are less people who want to get into that. So I don't know how this is going to be addressed, but this is a problem that we have to take care of.
Right.
Yeah. So Rahul, now how do you think technology is disrupting this? Till now, things were working okay. But do you think technology is also going to play a big part? AI is getting into it. So what kind of an experience you are as an young entrepreneur or a developer? What kind of new things that you are experiencing?
So in the construction front, our industry has been facing a lot of labor shortages for years now. Developers have moved on to better technologies like allofoam shuttering that allows you to construct at a faster pace. I'm hoping that we are able, that the industry is able to get drones for a lot of, let's say, like stuff like painting, plaster if possible, to expedite these works, especially in high rises that are going beyond 25, 30 floors. Because getting skilled labor is getting more and more challenging by the day. Unfortunately, technology has not really taken off big time. In India, at least in construction, we are still far behind the world. But things are changing very rapidly. We are hoping something comes up in the next 4-5 years. Speaking of AI, AI is doing a lot of is making a lot of ripples, and I feel that in the coming 5-10 years, cities like Bangalore and Pune will see a sort of stagnancy in growth in the number of jobs out here. In the IT industry specifically, we are seeing AI is able to do a lot of nominal tasks very well, like creating small images, small videos, creating content,
Yeah.
writing code, small complex codes. So I see a lot of low-level, low-skill jobs, especially in designing, in content creation, in programming as well. Quality assurance jobs will be at stake. I mean, I don't want to sound very pessimistic, but it appears that we are headed that way. So, speaking of ourselves, we are right now working on this telecalling bot. We are currently training an Gen AI based telecalling robot who can reach out to inquiries who have inquired at our projects in the past. So let's say someone inquired at my project 4-5 months back. My sales team is currently busy handling today's queries and this month's queries, but they may not have the time calling someone who visited 4-5 months back.
Yeah.
Usually developers have telecallers for this kind of a job.
Correct.
But I am trying to experiment with this telecalling bot. Then reach out to like 10-20 people at once. All them, ask them whether they like the project, would they like to do a site visit again, explain to them about the project in more detail. Something in the experimentation phase. Let's see how it goes. So I'm very, very confident.
Can you just let us know how does this happen? Maybe a small demo or something, if that is possible.
So it's right now in the testing phase, but I don't mind. I will just I can
Yeah. Let us just look how it sounds and all.
Yes. So like I said, I'm very confident that in the next 2-3 years, a lot of telecalling jobs will be at stake. We are working on this bot. It's still in the training phase, but I'll just do a demo call and then we what the capabilities are. Okay. Hi. Yes, मैं राहुल बोल रहा हूँ. Can you tell me something about this project, please?
थिएटर के पास और BHK में से क्या देख रहे हैं?
मैं 3 BHK देख रहा हूँ.
ओके 3 BHK तो वो 1210 स्क्वायर फीट का हो. बजट कितना सोच रहे थे आप?
I'm looking at a budget maybe like 1.5, 1.4 CR के आसपास.
ठीक है 3 BHK 1.49 लाख में है. लोकेशन बहुत अच्छी है. ओल्ड मंडवा रोड, बॉलीवुड थिएटर और के बाद विजिट करना चाहेंगे?
नहीं, कैन यू टेल मी समथिंग मोर अबाउट द प्रोजेक्ट? यहाँ पे टोटल फ्लैट्स कितने हैं, लैंड पार्सल कितना बड़ा है, उसके बारे में बताएंगे प्लीज.
जून 2020 में पोटेंशियल शुरू होगा. अभी कंस्ट्रक्शन काफी अच्छे पेस पे चल रहा है. विजिट करके देखना चाहेंगे? फ्लैट रेडी है.
क्या आप मुझे बता सकते हैं कि यहाँ पे कंस्ट्रक्शन स्टेज क्या चल रहा है प्रोजेक्ट का?
अभी एक्सकवेशन लगभग खत्म हो गया है और फाउंडेशन का काम चल रहा है. अब और स्लैब का काम भी जल्दी शुरू होगा.
बता सकते हैं कि यहाँ पे टोटल फ्लैट्स कितने हैं प्रोजेक्ट में?
कौन सी 28 फ्लैट है इस प्रोजेक्ट में?
और 3 BHK के साथ कितने पार्किंग्स रहते हैं?
BHK में एक कवर्ड पार्किंग है और 4 BHK में 2 मिलेंगे. एक्स्ट्रा पार्किंग अभी सेफ में है.
ओके. कैन यू टेल मी अबाउट एक फ्लोर पे कितने लिफ्ट्स रहेंगे?
विंग सी में 3 लिफ्ट है और विंग ए और बी में 2 लिफ्ट है.
My God.
फ्लैट का फेसिंग क्या है? आई मीन वेयर डज माय 3 BHK फेस? व्हाट डायरेक्शंस डू यू हैव?
नॉर्थ और वेस्ट एक ऑप्शन.
और 2 BHK में क्या फेसिंग ऑप्शंस हैं?
तो 49 स्क्वायर वाला 2 BHK साउथ ईस्ट फेसिंग है.
ऑलराइट. टोटल पार्किंग फ्लोर्स कितने हैं बिल्डिंग में?
तो काफी के लिए है. लोअर ग्राउंड, ग्राउंड और अपर ग्राउंड.
Okay, great. Can you schedule a site visit for me on Saturday at 11 o'clock?
तो क्या करते हैं तो बहुत डिटेल क्वेश्चन था और कुछ पूछना चाहेंगे
No, thank you very much.
प्लीज कह सकते हैं आप व्हाट्सएप पे डिटेल भेजता हूँ अच्छा दिन
So, like you saw, it's still in the testing phase. इसको हमने पूरा
Yeah.
information feed कर दिया है. We are working on the conversational aspects of it to talk more like a human being.
yeah, amazing. So इसमें तो I mean कोई फर्क ही नजर नहीं आता दोनों के बीच कोई I mean it was sounding exactly as an human being is speaking.
And she speaks in Marathi and English as well. So we are working on that as well. कि she can change languages while speaking. अगर हमने फोन पे उसको बोला होता कि मराठी में बात करो, इंग्लिश में बात करो, she would have changed the next.
You would do that. My God. So we are in for a big overhaul over a period of time.
Yes, yes. Very soon. Don't be surprised if my bot calls you after a couple of weeks and asks you for a flat. You will not know whether it's a human or a robot calling you.
Amazing. Thank you, Rahul, for bringing this to us. This is an different kind of an eye-opener that many of us should be aware about and should take cognizance of this particular storm which is coming our way.
It is.
Right.
Better to embrace it and adopt it.
Yeah. There's no option. Embrace तो करना ही पड़ेगा. Whatever comes in, embrace. और how can we better that? वो अपने को सोचना पड़ेगा. Eventually AI को चलाने वाला तो इंसान ही है. तो
Correct.
वो इंसान को कितना अपग्रेड होना है, that is more important.
Yes. So that is why when people say कि सब jobs चली जाएंगी, तो नहीं, सब jobs नहीं जाने वाले, because you rightly said eventually AI को तो देखना है कि इंसान को ही है. It will produce an output, but that output may not be suitable to a human being. तो उसको रिफाइन करने को, समझने को, सिखाने को humans तो लगने ही वाले हैं.
लगने वाले हैं. लेकिन
Human smart बढ़ जाती है. No doubt. You need to be smart and you need to up your game.
You need to up your game. अभी lethargic नहीं चलेगा. You got to be very, very on the toes. ये अपने को toes पे लाएगा वापस.
Yes, sir. Well said.
Rahul, thank you. It was a very, very interactive session. I'm sure आज के podcast में जो viewers हैं, people who are looking at buying a property or taking a decision of buying a property in Pune, उनको काफ़ी डिटेल्ड इंफॉर्मेशन मिली है इस डेटा के ज़रिए. नॉर्थ ईस्ट साइड की और नॉर्थ वेस्ट साइड की दोनों में क्या प्लसेस हैं, क्या माइनसेस हैं, प्राइस पॉइंट्स कैसे मूव कर रहे हैं और स्टेगनेंसी किस तरह आ रही है या वो टेम्पररी है, ये तो वक्त ही बताएगा कि क्या होगा इसका फ्यूचर. बट फॉर नाउ आज के तारीख में जो कंडीशन है, जो स्थिति है, वो सबके सामने बताई गई है. एंड आई एम श्योर पीपल आर गोइंग टू take a lot of information from this, outputs from this, and use it for their benefits and for buying the properties. Thank you very much, Rahul, for coming here again. And I'm sure with these kind of statistics, we are going to get demand from people to get you for one more time.
Sir, anytime, sir. Thank you very much for inviting me, and I'm always ready. जब भी आपको help चाहिए, whenever you want me to share any numbers, I'm always willing.
Yes.
Very much for the opportunity.
Thanks. Thank you, friends, for watching this till the end. And I'm sure you found it very useful. Please share it with others who would want to take advantage of this data. And do let us know in the comment section what kind of new topics that you would like us to cover in the future podcast. We can invite the guests accordingly. Thank you. Thank you, Rahul ji. See you soon.
Thank you, sir.